What is up, guys? Welcome to Turkey. It is round number 7 of the F1 2010 career mode, and we're here at the Istanbul Park circuit, a classic from the F1 calendar, a circuit that many people seem to enjoy, and we're jumping straight into practice now, and we're doing some R&D testing for the Williams team. We had some upgrades in Spain, I believe, a couple of rounds ago, and now we are doing some testing, and we managed to meet the target time by about 30 seconds. Here's qualifying. Yep, so we're here in Q1. We've managed to get a time on the board pretty early, and now we're possibly going into the pit lane. But we're just trying to sort of get a few laps on the board. But as we go into the pit lane, no, we've spun it out. Oh my god, we've absolutely planted that. As we look at it on the replay, Adrian Sutil goes over the top of us at an absolute comedy moment. But we did manage to get out that first session pretty easily. And also taking P1 in Q2. So Q2 we were actually 9/10 of a second up on Vettel. It's taken us no time at all to get used to this circuit. But going out for one run in Q3, pretty confident, and now we're just going to let you enjoy a lap really of this Istanbul circuit, sort of get back used to what the circuit layout's like. We've got this blind left-hander now, and it's a really difficult braking zone, but I keep it pretty tight through there, and we've also got to keep it tight through here. A little right-left kink. You've got to make sure not to hit any of these barriers, because they'll flick you straight off the circuit, as well as not touching too many of the curbs. As now we brake at the 100 meter board, tucking it into the inside, hugging that apex before running it out not too wide, because you've really got to open up this corner now before clipping that apex on the first bit, which we don't quite do. Run it out wide, as you really want to take a nice wide entry into this long turn 7 that's become famous really at this track, as we're braking at the 150 meter board, turning in pretty early before clipping both apexes and then running it out wide to get the maximum speed possible as we go onto the main straight. Now it's got a little kink in it, but as now we're going under quite a few advertising boards. Again, the circuit doesn't really you don't really get to see the corner until the last minute, as we brake at the 150 meter board, clipping the apex just at the end. And now we come into the final corner, nearly losing it there, but we clip that final apex and come round the final bend to take, what is it? It's pole position by 8.5 tenths from Mark Webber. Brilliant stuff. And yeah, so we're taking pole position. Now it's time for the race. It's a Turkish Grand Prix, guys. We're starting on pole position, and Jenson Button there down in 11th. Our teammate down in 22nd, so contrasting sides of the grid. And now we've got 5 lights, and away we go. Very, very quick the lights were today. And now we're getting the perfect start, really, as we just managed to block Mark Webber off nicely. Got Schumacher up in 3rd, and we take a beautiful exit off turn 2 before now just trying to hold this lead and maybe extend it to sort of 3 or 4 seconds as we come to the pit stops. We'll probably end up pitting a lap earlier just to stop us getting held up in any pit traffic, which completely hindered us in Spain. We had a 12 or 13 second pit stop if you remember then. So we've just got to stretch out this lead if possible. But the main objective really was to just get round without any scares. Now on lap 3, we've decided it's time to come in a lap early, and we're still leading this Grand Prix. So as we come into the pit lane, putting the limiter on nice and early this time, and it's quite a long way into this pit box. You have to brake pretty early, and now let's see what the Williams team can do. It looks a pretty decent start. 4.7 seconds isn't actually bad at all, to be honest, on this game. So as we come out of the pit lane now, we're going to be pretty far down the order, but obviously that is pretty usual. We're down actually in P14, which isn't too bad. We run it out wide there, but managed to get just ahead of Sebastian Buemi and past Vitaly Petrov just towards the end of the lap, and Karin Chandok hopefully outbraking him, but we don't quite do that. Just make sure not to flip Petrov as we did to Sutil in practice or qualifying, whichever it was. I'm pretty sure it was qualifying actually. So now cars gushing into the pit lane. It's going to be interesting to see if that traffic actually held us up. And it looks as if somebody is going to get out ahead of us, so hasn't been a hugely successful lap at all. As that just makes it even worse, as you can probably guess. And we've actually been passed by Sebastian Buemi, which, yeah, that's not great. So it's a long way back from now, as we're now down in P8. I really don't know how this has happened. We just don't seem to have had the pace of the AI on that in-lap. Oh, so on our out-lap, and we've spun it again. That really is... wow. GG. Anyway, we're P5 now, actually, after everybody's pitted. There was quite a lot of varied strategy, actually, this race, which is good to see. And as we now skip to lap 11, we're still holding P5, but it looks as if we nearly spun it again there. And on the exit, we've got on the auto spin curb, and this really has not been our day, has it? As even Tonio Liuzzi's passing us. I don't actually know what's happening here. We just managed to block off Rosberg. Oh, do we? No, we don't. He just about gets past us. Didn't actually see him. It was in a bit of a blind spot, to be honest. But now as we come around this turn 7, it's a beautiful move down the inside. The AI are very slow down there. But Robert Kubica takes the victory. That's another surprise in this championship. It's so open, this World Championship. And although we've been inconsistent, so has everybody else. So not too much action that really happened in the race apart from us spinning. Unfortunately, there was no on-track action, so it was a little bit of a boring race. But I absolutely love this track, and I'm sure you guys will have appreciated that I showed you that whole hot lap in qualifying. I believe it's on the new Grid Autosport game, which should be interesting. Just have a glance there at the results. We're still 5th in the drivers, only actually 24 points off the lead. So we've got 5 drivers within 1 victory of the championship lead. Williams still 4th in the constructors, so it's not all bad after today. And I believe next up we have Valencia. No, it isn't actually. It's Canada, and then Valencia. So we've got some interesting races coming up. I hope you do really enjoy them. I'm really enjoying this career mode at the moment. Don't forget to leave a like, and also I'll be starting the F1 2011 career mode pretty soon. I'm going to try and get 2010 out within the next month. But yeah, just to conclude, guys, I hope you really enjoyed today and the video. And don't forget to subscribe, as I say. And that's about it from me, I guess. And until next time, guys. Goodbye.